Hello and welcome to a very special telecast. I am Devika Devan. Viewers, have you ever wondered if we could predict the weather with pinpoint accuracy right down to each village? Well, get ready because India has just made that dream a reality. Today we're talking about something truly special, the launch of the Bharat Forecast System. This isn't just another weather report, it's a huge step forward for our country, dedicated just recently at the Vigyan Bhavan. Imagine this, our incredible scientists at the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology in Pune have developed a super smart weather system. It dramatically enhances India's weather forecast resolution from 12 kilometers to an unprecedented 6 kilometers. This means that with its real-time modeling based on cutting-edge triangular cubic octa-hurdle grid model, every single village in India will now have access to incredibly precise and location-specific forecasts. But if you're wondering how this helps, well, for starters, it's a game changer for our farmers, the backbone of India. They'll know exactly when to plant, when to harvest, and how to protect their crops from bad weather. We're talking about a 30% better prediction for heavy rain and a whopping 64% improvement in key areas. This means less crop loss, better planning, and ultimately more money for our farmers and a boost for the entire economy. It's all about helping you make better decisions and stay safe. And here's the really proud part. This isn't something we have bought from another country. The Bharat Forecast System is one of the first high-resolution weather systems in the world that was made right here in India. This is truly an example of Atma Nirbharta, being self-reliant. This system isn't just for India. It is so good that it will also help other tropical countries facing tough weather. The Bharat Forecast System is more than just a technological achievement. It's a symbol of a new India, innovative, self-reliant, and committed to leveraging science for the betterment of its people and the world. With that, let me introduce you Dr. Suryachandra Rao, Director of IIT Pune. Dr. Rao, thank you so much for joining us on NewsX, sir. I want to understand from you in the beginning, how did your team really collaborate to bring about such a complex project to life? What was the team spirit like?
Okay, so thank you for calling me for this interview. And the major challenge that we faced when we started forecasting monsoon is that we have understood by examining different models across the world from different centers that one of the biggest problem in all these models across any center you take, any leading center in the world you take, you notice that the monsoon is not well represented in these models. So when monsoon is not well represented in model, that model utility for monsoon area like India is very, very difficult to get better prediction skills. So the team at IITM led by Dr. Mukhopadhyaya has thought about having very high resolution model for resolving the monsoon in the our Indian region. So to do that, what they have done is that first they have identified what are the problems in the models and how to address those problems. So even the government of India has realized that we have to have our own modeling system so that the monsoons can be forecasted better. So this is the beginning of our journey, and actually started some almost 15 years back under monsoon mission, and during that time we were actually started using models borrowed from other nations, particularly from US. We have borrowed a model and started working on it. So first thing we have noticed is that there is a big challenge in representing the monsoon in that model. So the researchers at IITM have worked very hard to identify those problems and also to reduce those problems. But when we solved that problem, but then we realized some other problems that like extremes in the monsoon region are not well captured. So the best way to represent extremes in the model is by increase the resolution. So My colleagues will give you more details about how
Yes.
they have achieved this and all, but this is the beginning of the problem itself. So when you cannot get monsoon itself properly in the models, so then how can you improve the prediction scale? So that is the beginning of this journey.
Dr. Rao, I also want to understand from you, sir, what kind of support and resources then did the institute have to provide to ensure that this very ambitious project does come to fruition and comes to life?
Okay, so when it comes to the support that is provided to the scientists of this institute, we have to understand that it is not a single person's support or anybody. It is actually several directors have served for this purpose. So this monsoon mission program is major agenda is to improve the forecast in the dynamical models. That idea was taken up during 2010 or so. So we started writing a proposal to the government of India to get funding. So when we wrote the proposal, not a single 1 rupee is cut from the budget. The proposal was approved in total. So that is the support that we have received. So that time I was involved in writing these proposals to the government of India and defending that proposal. I was responsible for that part. So after this project was funded, so people started looking at these different aspects of models and try to improve it.
Okay.
So biggest support that actually we got for this project is HPC, that is high performance computer. So prior to this monsoon mission project, the weather and climate scientists in the nation do not have resources even to run simple models. So after that project, the government is very, very cooperative and gave us a lot of resources, particularly in terms of human resources, funding, and also the HPC resources. So first time we saw from that time onwards, when today we are getting the best systems in the world, which are used by other weather and climate centers also. And most of the time, the MOS stood in the first place in having these resources in the country. So that much support that we have received from government. So that is why this is possible now.
Dr. Rao, before I let you go, sir, one last question. What message do you have for the nation about the capabilities and potential of the Indian scientific research that has been demonstrated by this achievement, sir?
Yeah. So as we all realize that there is a lot of talent within the country. So what that is required is to be done is that to focus the talent and give them a proper task. So the talent pool that we have in India is capable enough if they are provided sufficient resources and sufficient guidance, particularly young talent, then they can achieve feats like this. So recently we have seen that Operation Sindoor is a big success because of indigenous development. I hope the same thing was followed there as well. So the talent is there, the right direction and the right support is what is required for achieving something like these things. So we are again thankful to the government for believing in us and providing that support.
Absolutely. Dr. Rao, thank you so much, sir. Wonderful to have you on NewsX, and thank you so much for opening up this extremely exciting conversation that we will have now with the rest of the team as well.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.